Here we go. This is about Bradbrook murders. And what we're going to talk about is how they're lying a little bit. I did not know about the murders and how it relates to my case. By the way, Bob Evans lived next door to Lisa Duval, who kidnapped my daughter. She was part of the people that did this, along with Dawn and Robert Nilram Taylor, and they were friends with the Santa Cruz family. Dominic Santa Cruz married Tammy Vanderpool, an actress in Hollywood, and so they are connected to the Ordo Templi Orientis. Also, Thomas Aaron Clark is a relative to Andrew Pennard, and it is him that has started this crap. So the Bearbrook murders is mostly half-truths and lies. They're not telling you everything. Also, the Bob Evans, who they claim to be Terry Rasmussen, we have no proof that that's his real name since he used so many fake names. But Bob Evans lived in the town at the general store. I think he worked at the general store up until at least 2001. So again, they're lying about how long he had lived in the town. I'm not going to talk too much more about it because it's probably still unsolved. But my birth mom has been missing for 30 years. We have 6 children displaced or genocided or removed from the maternal side of the family, who had involvement in the John C. Fairbanks scandal. We also had Ronald Bianchi, who attended Pembroke Academy along with the Kavanaughs and other family in this case. So this is another visit. There's no proof that it is a Terry Rasmussen or Musin or whatever, the name that they're giving him. It's probably just another fake name to cover up what's really going on in this town. I also have received death threats from Thomas Aaron Clark prior to this came out. And we'll look at here. And on script, we have this. This is about a case involving Brian Chabot. Brian Chabot, I do not know him, was involved in an alleged break-in at Fort Devens, and that's how I found out that Thomas Aaron Clark was being used as an informant. This is the case. The subpoena that he received. He was living at 30 Cherry Street before they sold the property and converted it into apartments. Again, I had nothing to do with the case directly. I was in high school around the time of the theft. And yet, Mr. Clark is twisting things around. He also refers to me on the Scribd site here. Either him or his brother or whoever else is helping him out, referring to me as poor garbage and trash. This is prior to the Bearbrook murders. We also have on Facebook Scott Boylard. There he is. And this guy claims to be my missing half-brother, Kim. We're going to use this word here because he also refers to my birth mother, who has been missing for 30 years, as trash. Now, she could be a bad person. I don't know the whole story. I don't have a high opinion of her. I don't hate her or wish her bad or anything. But as you can see, we have an issue. This is again before the Bearbrook murders took place. And we have another kidnapping. All right. And they're claiming that Thomas is suddenly dead, but there's no record of it. We already have this. Again, the only person that she's friended to on her profile, I'm going to look it up, is Sabrina Duval Khoury. Sabrina Duval Khoury also previously lived in Pembroke, where the Bearbrook murders took place. She has no other friends, so this is probably a fake account pretending to be my daughter. Might not be, maybe, I don't know. Either way, I have papers up on the kidnapping. Now, they use guardianship papers, fake guardianship papers, to steal my daughter. So as you can see, we have multiple accounts for her. So these people are cloning accounts. And this girl does not really look like my daughter. There she does a little bit. Okay, so she brings up the adoption. And she's bringing up adoption files and how they're sharing them against all 6 of us kids. He also threatened to murder me. And they've also been spreading rumors alluding to the Zodiac killings. This is getting ridiculous. So I know you were adopted by Tony. All right, so this is her bringing up my adoption file, which she had no right to do. This is illegal. This is adoption harassment. And then they bring up Khoury. Saying Khoury couldn't keep her legs closed. Okay, so this is a group of people that have a vendetta on my birth mother. Or her name's supposedly Khoury. And it is true, I don't know her. She's making up all kinds of stuff about me that isn't even true. Look at this. And then we find out she's married to McMahon, and of course the Edward Imhoff knows the McMahons, so we know that this is arranged. I'm not very happy about it. Alright, and as you can see, they're saying that this is my daughter here. I can't even see her face. completely different girl than the other photos. So this cannot be her. Or they're going through great lengths to alter her appearance to make her look unattractive. My daughter was a very attractive girl. There we go. Look at that, trash barrels. And they refer to my mom as trash. Please understand that Khoury is related to the Heath family, and Rebecca Heath is the one that ran the cover story. So we know they're covering it up. And I wouldn't be surprised if Corinne's actually dead and murdered, maybe even up at Bear Brook. All right, this girl looks like she could be my daughter. But again, you can get profiles of people that somebody may look like. All right, so let's look at the article. All right, here's what Addie McMahon says. Maybe if your mom kept her legs closed and didn't do drugs, she wouldn't have lost all of her kids. That's what happens, okay, when you're an unfit mother. All right, now I looked up this woman and found no record of any drug activity. And she was married twice with some of her kids, maybe even a third time if it's considered common law. So if she is still alive. So we don't know the whole story. And whoever's doing this is trying to keep me from finding out the truth. And either way, if they stole my daughter on the basis of a vendetta on my birth mom, that makes it genocide because I didn't know her. And they made up lies about me on the basis of this woman. So that, and accessed adoption files and shared them over a vendetta. So that is genocide. She's participating in genocide. And this other woman who's using my daughter, if it is her account, this Sabrina Khoury, and go and see her profile. We'll look at her profile. How come she only has one friend? So I don't think that this is her account. I think that she's pretending to be Sabrina, and she's trying to cover up involvement in kidnapping my daughter on behalf of Thomas Aaron Clark. So she's going to get sued, and she's also going to get sued as an accessory to murder, and everyone else involved in this for murdering off our family members.